tumaas ang tsansang sumabog ang bulkang Mayon. Kaya itinaas ang PBOX ang Alert Level 3 doon.
Ngayon pa lang may pagsabog na ng magma sa loob ng bulkan at kabilang sa posibleng mangyari, pagbuga ng lava tulad noong 2018.
At dahil dyan, sa pilitan ng pinalilikas ang mga residente sa 6-kilometer permanent danger zone.
It's interesting how a country with a land area as small as the Philippines has almost 400 volcanoes, and around 25 of them are active or those that have recently erupted and will possibly erupt in the future. This is because the country lies in what experts call the Pacific Ring of Fire, or in layman's terms, an area where it is ideal for a volcano to form. This video is about the concept of various volcano-related hazards. After going through this module, you are expected to A. Identify various volcano-related hazards. B. Describe the characteristics of these volcano-related hazards such as lava flows, pyroclastic flows, tephra falls, and ballistics projectile, lahars, volcanic gases, volcanic debris, avalanche, and C. Explain the negative impact of these hazards on human life. Do you have an idea of what a volcano is? A volcano is an opening on the Earth's crust from where molten lava, rocks, and natural gases come out. It is formed when tectonic plates shift or when the ocean plate sinks. Volcano shapes are formed when molten rock, ash, and lava are released from the Earth's surface and solidify. Volcanoes are classified as active, dormant, or extinct. Over the years, several of these volcanoes in the country have erupted. Some just once while, some more than 50 times. While many volcanoes are destructive, especially when they erupt, they ironically produce something beautiful. Hot springs, geysers, and mud pools, to name a few. This in turn gave way for tourism, particularly geotourism, adventure tourism, and ecotourism, to flourish. In the Philippines, many volcanoes, active and inactive alike, are popular tourist attractions. It's about time you get to know them.
Ang Balatungan, also known as Mount Linduan of the Kalinga province of the Cordillera Administrative Region. Babuyan Claro, or Mount Pangason in Babuyan Island. Mount Banahaw, that is located at the boundary of Laguna and Quezon provinces and is the highest mountain in both provinces and Calabarzon region, dominating the landscape for miles around. Mount Biliran, a sulfuric active complex volcano located in the island province of Biliran. Mount Bulusan, a stratovolcano located in the province of Sorsogon in the Bicol region. Mount Hibok-Hibok, a stratovolcano in Camiguin Island in the Philippines. It is one of the active volcanoes in the country and part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. Mount Iraya, a dormant stratovolcano in Batayan Island and the highest point in the province of Batanes. Another is Mount Iriga, or also known as Mount Aso, an active stratovolcano in the province of Camarines Sur. Mount Canlaon, an active stratovolcano and the highest mountain on the island of Negros in the Philippines, as well as the highest point in the Visayas and ranks as the 42nd highest peak of an island in the world. Mount Mayon or Mayon Volcano, an active stratovolcano in the province of Albay in Bicol. A popular tourist spot, it is renowned for its perfect cone because of its symmetrical conical shape and is regarded as very sacred in Philippine mythology. Mount Pinatubo, an active stratovolcano in the Zambales Mountains, located on a tri-point boundary of the Philippine provinces of Zambales, Tarlac, and Pampanga, all in central Luzon and the northern island of Luzon. It is known for its world's largest volcanic eruption to happen in the past 100 years, was June 15, 1991. And lastly, Taal Volcano, a large caldera filled by Taal Lake in the Philippines. Located in the province of Batangas, the volcano is second of the most active volcanoes in the country and is the smallest active volcano in the world. Its unexplained shape and location on an island within a lake within an island makes it a unique geologic wonder, enthralling thousands of tourists and geologists yearly. These volcanoes possess beauty, but is also quite harmful and creates hazard to humans. Let's identify various volcano-related hazards, describe the characteristics of these volcano-related hazards, and find out the negative impact of these hazards on human life. When enough magma builds up in the magma chamber, it forces its way up to the surface and erupts, often causing volcanic eruptions. In the ocean, volcanoes erupt along cracks that are opened in the ocean floor by the spreading of two plates called a mid-ocean ridge. Let us identify the different or the various volcano-related hazards.
First, we have lava flows.
Lava is a molten rock that flows out of volcano or volcanic vent. Lava can be very fluid or very sticky. Fluid flows are hotter and move the fastest. Viscous flows are cooler and travel shorter distances, and can sometimes build up into lava domes or plugs. While the negative impacts of lava flow is that most lava flows don't move much faster than walking speed, but the lava flow usually cannot be stopped or diverted. Because lava flows are extremely hot between 1000 to 2000 degrees Celsius, they can cause severe burns and often burn down vegetation and structures.
Next is a pyroclastic flow and a pyroclastic density. Pyroclastic flows are turbulent mass of ejected fragmented volcanic materials like ash, rocks mixed with hot gases from 200 degrees Celsius to 700 degrees Celsius or to as hot as 900 degrees Celsius that flow downslope at a very high speed or more than 60 kph. Surges are more dilute, more mobile derivatives of pyroclastic flows, while pyroclastic density current of very hot or several 100 degrees Celsius mixtures of gases and volcanic tephra that flows rapidly up to 100 km per hour down to the side of a volcano. Now, the negative impact of pyroclastic flows and surges are potentially high owing to their mass, high temperature, high velocity, and great mobility. Pyroclastic flows can destroy anything in its path by direct impact, while the negative impact of pyroclastic density are the following: burn sites with hot rock debris, burn forests, farmlands, and destroy crops, buildings, and deadly effects include asphyxiation or inhalation of hot ash and gases, burial, incineration, and crushing by the impact. Tephra falls and ballistic projectiles.
Ballistic projectiles endanger life and property by the force of the impacts of falling fragments, but this occurs only close to an eruption vent. Tephra can be nuisance to people in many ways. Even a small amount can cause or aggravate respiratory problems in humans. Boreal of tephra can collapse roofs of buildings, break power and communication lines, and damage or kill vegetation. Even a thin fall of ash can damage such critical facilities as hospitals, electric generating plants, pumping station, and short-circuit electric transmission facilities, telephone lines, radio, and TV transmitter. Ash suspended in the air is also dangerous for aircraft as the abrasive ash can cause the engine to fail if the suspended ash is encountered by the airplane.
There are different types of tephra. Let's identify them. First is ash. It is a mix of broken glass and pulverized rock. Second is Pellis hair. It is a form of lava defined as a thin strand of volcanic glass. Next is Pellis tears, are small pieces of solidified lava drops formed when an airborne particles of molten material fuse into tear-like drops of volcanic glasses. Fourth, Pele. Pele is the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes. She is also the Hawaiian goddess of fire, lightning, and wind. The fifth type of tephra is pumice. It is a type of extrusive volcanic rock with a high content of water and gas. Next is scoria. It is a dark-colored content of water and gas igneous rock with abundant ground bubble-like cavities. The other one is blocks. It is a large broken pieces of solid bent materials or surrounding rocks. The last one is bombs. It is a molten rocks when ejected and assume various shapes upon cooling.
Let's move on to another volcano-related hazard, which is the lava flows. The hars are a rapidly flowing thick mixture of volcanic sediments from pyroclastic materials and water, usually triggered by intense rainfall during typhoon, monsoon, and thunderstorm. Lahar can form immediately after an eruption or can become a long-term problem if there are voluminous pyroclastic materials erupted, such as the case of Mount Pinatubo eruption. The hars washed out many towns in Central Luzon on June 15, 1991. Lahars can travel at speeds of over 80 kilometers per hour and reach distances dozens of miles. From they may retain enough heat to still be 60 to 70 degrees Celsius or 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit when they come to rest.
Lahars have destroyed many villages and lives living on Mount Pinatubo. Lahars can destroy by direct impact to bridges, roads, and houses. Lahars can block tribunal streams and form a lake. This can submerge villages within the valley of the tributary that was blocked. There is also the danger of the dammed lake breaching or lake breakout, and if this happens, this puts to danger the lives of people and communities downstream. Lahars can bury valleys and communities with debris.
Another is volcanic gases.
Volcanic hazard of volcanic gases. Volcanic gases are gases and aerosols released into the atmosphere, which include water vapor, hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen chloride, and hydrogen fluoride. Negative impact of volcanic gases. Sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen fluoride are some volcanic gases that pose a hazard to people, animals, agriculture, and property. Sulfur dioxide can lead to acid rains. High concentrations of carbon dioxide, which is colorless and odorless, can be lethal to people, animals, and vegetations. Chlorine compounds can deform and kill animals that grazed on vegetation covered with volcanic ash.
And finally, debris avalanche or volcanic landslide. Debris avalanche or volcanic landslide is a massive collapse of a volcano usually triggered by an earthquake or volcanic eruption. The negative impact of debris avalanche or volcanic landslide happens when a huge portion of the volcano collapses due to slow failure. This results in massive destruction.
Can the risks of volcanic eruptions be reduced?
Volcanic eruptions are natural hazards that can be unpredictable. Several strategies are used to reduce the risks. Number 1. Monitoring. These are several ways the risk of volcanic eruptions can be monitored. Before volcanic eruptions, volcanoes tend to change shape as magma rises through them. Tilt meters and satellites through GPS are used to detect changes in the surface shape of a volcano. Monitoring the levels of gas around the volcano, such as radon and sulfur gases, are also used as these are often released before volcanic activity. Thermal heat sensors can be utilized to detect changes in the surface temperature of a volcano. As magma rises, this can cause small earthquakes. Seismometers and lasers are used to monitor the Earth's movements that can often occur before a volcanic eruption. Number 2. Prediction. By monitoring the movement of tectonic plates and the changes in the surface of the volcano, scientists can predict the likelihood of a volcanic eruption and forecast which areas should be prepared for one. Predicting when a volcano is at risk of eruption allows time for evacuation plans to be initiated. Number 3. Protection. Protection is one of the most challenging aspects of reducing the risk of volcanic eruption. Lava flows, lahars, and ash fallout cannot be protected against. As a result of this, evacuation is the only real way of reducing the risk associated with volcanic eruptions. Number 4. Planning. One of the most effective ways of reducing the risk of volcanic eruption is having an evacuation plan. This involves ensuring evacuation strategies are in place along with emergency shelters and food supplies being planned for.